Great Plains Terramax. We got some hay equipment. This seems pretty neat for a drill. No till cedar. It's got front like poke wheels that go through. You are now watching Farming with Duffy Ag. Welcome back to the channel. Well, this is what we're currently doing. Sitting in traffic. Lots of traffic. We're stepping across Ohio. We got somewhere to pick up. We got somewhere to go and something to pick up. So, previous video, I can't say enough. Logan and that whole crew, hospitality was awesome. Let me jump in. Gave me lunch. I got Wendy's. Really appreciate it. So. It's crazy. Once you get out of like the Northeast, people get so much friendlier. Like, it's a different world. I know there's happy people in the Northeast and things like that, but I don't know what it is. But we're jumping across. It's 86 degrees out. It's a beautiful day. Gotta stop and get the transmission switch for this pickup, just in case it has another issue. So in the previous video, it left me stranded for a few hours at the hotel. It's running right now. I don't know how long it's gonna run for, or if we're gonna have any issues or what, but it makes you nervous when you're 900 miles from home. I think I'm like 900, maybe 700, 800. And yeah, your truck leaves you stranded. So we put a TCM in, and it definitely made the truck better. But I don't think that was our main issue. I think the transmission switch, or there's a wire. Granted, I did try to go to the Chevy dealership next to the hotel, and the guy basically told me no to anything I asked for. Walked to the Ford dealership that was in between, and you Ford guys are gonna like this. He said, "Oh, I can't help you." And then another guy said, "I have one at home. When I get done, if you're still here, I'll go home, get my Snap-on and scan tool, and I'll come back." So I appreciated that. I did call a roadside road tech mechanic, and he said it will be like an hour and a half. I said okay. He said I don't know if I'll be able to do it with what I have for software side with the Allison, but I'll give it a try. And I said I appreciate that. And then when I messed around with it for a while longer, I got it started, and I called him back and I said I appreciate it. Whew. But yeah, we're stepping. We got one more stop to make, and then we're gonna head east. I got 2 stops actually, but one I'm planning on staying at if we make it there. So, alrighty, living the best life. Appreciate you guys watching. Let's go see what we're gonna do. I stopped here at Twins GMC and Buick. Got myself a switch just in case. Hopefully we make it home and I don't have to switch that on the side of the road or somewhere. But alrighty, head down the road. Yeah. What a day. Oh, some red tractors here. Bunch of red tractors. Some tillage stuff. Planters and all sorts of goodies. We'll have to walk around. Ooh, big planters. Well, it's on there. It ain't perfect, but it's gonna work really well for what I'm gonna do. There's a few things messed up, a few pieces of the roller, but overall, it's in pretty good shape. One little ding over here. We'll go through it at some point. You can see it got bent out, so we'll have to straighten that out. I think this side's, yeah, that side's a little bent out too, so we'll pop that out, straighten it out, and go from there. Got the jack leg, and there was one roller that had a little bend to it. Well, you see here, and then one of these arms had some welding on it, so they must have hit something hard with this roller and bent that stuff. But the back one looks okay, so we're gonna be pretty good there. I'll hammer that back in, we'll strap that down, we'll get all this strapped down, and well, maybe we'll walk around the lot. It's a little warm. Loaded. I am absolutely drenched in sweat. Like, is this rock gonna come out? Yeah, it is. I'll give him a rock. Absolutely drenched. It's hot. I'm exhausted. That's part of it. So, I got a 150, a 200, a couple small ones, something on the wagon over there. Great Plains Terramax. We got some hay equipment. This seems pretty neat for a drill. No-till seeder. It's got front like poke wheels that go through. I got a few of those. This one's used. I'll set at an angle, open up the ground, and then put the seat in. 250 on Universe 1060. Couple of planters. What do we got here? 12s? Yeah, 12s. Right? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 16s. Chisel plows. Coon night spreader like ours, but it has the vertical beaters. Yeah, quite a tailgate and everything. So I am in, and I should know what town I'm in right now, Utica, Ohio, at Bain and Welker. I got some stuff on the lot. So I picked up this, I saw it online, and I'm like dying. Saw it online, and I tried calling the salesman. First one didn't answer, so then I called the dealership, but it gave me 2 others. So I appreciate the guy that I worked with, and I'll remember his name when I look at the slip, because it is Sunday. I told him I was gonna be here at 11:30. I showed up at 1:30. But I did text him and told him I was gonna be late. He said, yep, no worries. So I did appreciate that. I did throw him $100 for loading me on a Saturday after they're closed. So we're loaded, and let's see what else. I got a few things out back here. Bale squeezers for little bales. 7230 and 61 or 2166. It's a good combine. Oldie but a goodie. I think Frank's is a 2166. It's a hell of a planter setup. So the 15-inch rows for doing beans. I guess you could do corn, but as you can see how tight they are. Wild. Absolutely wild. So it's a lot of planter. Bunch of grain heads, corn heads, 6-row. I looked at this, but I think the double rolling basket's really what I want, so I thought about this one. I think this was what it was hooked to, those rolling baskets, because he said it was hooked on a disc, and as you see, they just pulled it forward. I think they parked it behind it and left it. This ain't a bad set of discs. Another 16 row. Big ag country. Burnt red tractor. Ooh, that's never good. Wow, that got hot. There ain't nothing left that's good on this. Crazy. Just melts everything. Look at that alternator. It smells like it's burnt. Like it, I'm sure it's been sitting here for a while, but it still has, it absolutely stinks. So crazy. Alrighty, not much on the lot, but we got what we needed, and we are gonna head down the road, see where we get to and what we see. Appreciate you guys watching along this far, and I'm glad I'm loaded. It's hot, I'm sweating, I'm tired, but we gotta keep going. This is some cool country. Look at that. Self-propelled spray rig set up. Custom made. Got a little bit of everything out here. We're into more of like rolling hills. Oh, still. Beans look good. Corn looks good. I like Ohio. I definitely like Ohio. There's people. There's a lot of ag. There's a lot of support. It's cool country. Definitely cool country. All these grain bin setups every now and then. Fields going back, properly mowing the sides of your roads. There's a lot of that. They leave their waterway ditches open with grass. Look at that. Proper houses. That grain bin must tuck back in on one of these roads. It's out there, that road. Yeah, if you're from Ohio, you've got a beautiful state. So I'm rolling up 71 here in Ohio, and all of a sudden StabiliTrak pops on, and I'm like, great, here we go. Throws a code, says it's in park, so the tranny doesn't lock up, so then it's not cooling, it's not pumping fluid, so the tranny starts spiking up. I'm like, okay, next exit 6 miles, and I get on and I clear the code, and all of a sudden I got my dash back, like the shifter in it. I can't shift between gears, but I do have my dash back, and see where I'm going. Jumping on 271 now, going towards Erie, and I'm like, that's weird. So all the codes are gone, but it still says StabiliTrak's not acting right. So I go to pull off the highway and I put it in park, and while StabiliTrak resets itself, and I'm good to go. So hopefully if it comes up, I can keep doing that and clearing it and getting it reset to what position. It must skip something, or it's got a wiring thing. I'm leaning towards the switch. I have the switch, but I'd rather not do it till I get home. I do have a deep tranny pan to put on this transmission, and I'd rather get that all figured out first, because you got to do the switches inside the transmission. So you got to drop the pan, take the pin out, that goes all the way through the side of the shifter, which isn't really that bad, and then from there disconnect it and throw it on and put the other one and slap the pan back on. So we'll see how far I can push this one. But at least I got a way to cheat it and keep it going, because this morning in the past video I was nervous. Nobody wanted to help me out with a scan tool. Well, nobody, the people I asked couldn't. The people that said they had one said they would go get one once they were done with work, or 2 hours. So I got lucky that I was able to get it going. I'm really disappointed that the Chevy dealer, when I said, I understand how people are, but when I'm like, hey, I'm a long way from home, you got a scan tool? I don't have anybody here. Okay. Even though the guy I talked to said, yeah, we got one, the guy that usually uses it's probably not here. So I don't know, maybe it's time I buy a Snap-on scan tool. They're a ridiculous amount of money, but it probably could help me with some things, not a lot of things. The other thought is maybe it's time to get a R model Mac and do it up, air ride, single wheel, and have that as my cross-country vehicle. All mechanical, things I can fix. Electronic junk makes it challenging, especially they tuck all the wires in everywhere. I'm lucky that my motor, the amount of wires and stuff on my motor, I can actually look at things on the side of the road. Like my father's pickup, if there was anything messed up with it, it'd be about pointless to pop the hood, just call a tow truck. So I don't know, we're moving though. I'll check back in with you guys. I figured I'd let you know that. A little Western New York sunset. Absolutely beautiful day. Tomorrow's not gonna be so nice. Monday ain't gonna be nice either. What's that, potatoes on there or something? They already took it off? There's something out there, I don't know, radishes? Alrighty. We're staying in Western New York tonight, and then hopefully we can battle it through the storm, the start of the storm, and we'll get in. Oh, what is it? They got a Magnum on tracks in the rear. They got carts. That's cool. Here we are, Walton Ranch, or whatever they call it. Cow Power. So he just had his sale today, and I'm actually here to do a little bit of partying. Well, appreciate you guys watching. Dylan Clark's picking me up. He's been on the channel before. Pretty famous guy. Dragline crew, so appreciate it. I'll see you guys on the next one.